of harm. We don't know what the thorn was, but what we know is that 3 times, and I don't believe it's like 3 prayers like, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but like 3 seasons of prayer. Paul pleaded with God, would you take this away? I've seen you do the miraculous. I know you can do this. This is slowing me, hurting me, whatever it is, it's tormenting me, he says. It's tormenting me day and night. Please, God, I know you can't take it away. This is Paul, the guy that preached the gospel for 30 years in every major city on the Mediterranean basin. This is Paul, the one who encountered the risen Christ and served him so faithfully, enduring an incredibly high price, shipwrecked and beaten and stoned and imprisoned. And this is the Paul that wrote a third of the New Testament. Like the New Testament. Like if you have a coffee mug with a verse, thank Paul for it. Your verse is from Paul. And he prayed. And he begged. And he pleaded. And his relationships were probably as good as he could, as far as it depended on him, they were good. And his motives were pure. His faith was strong. And God didn't do it. And God revealed.
I hope you guys will listen to that message. It's the best thing I've done all week. I know it'll be the best thing I've done all week. I know the week is just starting, but it was so good. And it was just a reminder of we are here for Christ, not for ourselves. It's a great explanation of why God chooses to answer our prayers differently than we ask sometimes. It's not about our will, it's about his. And that's why I memorized that verse a couple months ago with a lot of you guys. It helps me through the trials. And he actually used that verse in the sermon. I thought it was so cool. My sister sent it to me and she said, listen to this to the end, because that's when he blind us and feed us a lie of God and Jesus it's just a made-up book of stories. The Bible, it's all made up. It is not made up. Please trust me. God is real. He is the one we will spend eternity with if we believe and have faith and trust in him. And once you taste it, once you find God, you will figure out why it's not made up. I know sometimes a few of you will get upset that I'm sharing about Christ on here. Jesus is the most important thing in my life. And if I don't share, even on here, where I share all my projects and do all the other things, I always say this: is he really the most important? If I'm not talking about him in the space that I spend a huge amount of time in, is God really important to me? I want to become more intentional in digging deep in God's word, because like I said, if he's my priority and he's my number one in my life, then that should be, it should show. Like, not just in me talking about it or doing things, but also studying and growing deeper in my faith. So all that to say, I challenge you guys to be more intentional too. I know a lot of you love the Lord, and I think a lot of times we are just nervous to say anything to people because, like for me here, somebody's gonna unfollow me. I mean, I stopped caring about that a long time ago. My heart is more for you to find God than anything else. My desire is that you would find Christ and hang out with me in eternity with our Jesus, spraying oven cleaner on things. I am oven cleaning this, that thing that I found at the thrift store. Some of you might remember. It's like that door that opens and then there's all the little shelves that I'm going to use it as a spice rack or some kind of storage thing in our house if we ever build a little house. Stand for a picture. That is so cute. As I answer rest, I depend on you.
in the middle to the line.
Yes. We're making Tree Farm by Vintage Porch candles. They're gonna smell so good. These are actually our small batch candles.
Blast from the Past movie. Where, do you remember that, Trav? Doesn't this remind you of that?
Uh-huh.
Our church might buy the old Hooters. It used to be a Bedrocks, and this used to be a Hootie.
What's up? Welcome to Hoop.
Oh, hi!
Your first time?
Oh, we're going behind the scenes of a bowling alley. Trav said I've never been behind a bowling alley. I want
to
to.
see what's back here. I've always wondered what it looks like.
Can we touch the pins?
Whoa, cool.
Ooh, what are they made of? Plastic?
I think plastic or wood in the middle with plastic.
Really? There's wood in there? That would be cool to have wood with pins. I love it when the mountains turn pink like that.
Yeah. Mount Lemon still has snow.
Ooh, and the sunset. Oh, does it? Oh, yeah.
The atomic goat action to destroy the Krakens. They are dead now. They are gone.
That is the sound I would do.
Those were my fairy godmother gifts.
It would have done nothing. It doesn't change anything.
What the heck?
We're going through some relationship problems, okay?
You're also stinky. Your turn.
This is my final pair.
You're not gonna try and steal?
Do you like my pie?
This is my final pass.
Hallie's winning.
I didn't even